have, what's new on the board that you don't have in New Z?
The triangle.
The triangle? Almost all of it?
So the BSN, the BSN,
Just wrote the BSN, BCN.
that's the last thing we did.
You just wrote these three down, and we probably don't even know what those
We
mean.
were walking out the door and we did that.
Mother of the word incarnate. I thought, I actually thought my 1 o'clock class was the smartest class I teach, but you guys are way behind.
Yeah, you told us we were like an hour behind.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, dang, let's get going here.
For the best
So, let's see. I don't know if I said this on Wednesday or not, but I think that this information, this model, like Ambrose's model, and by the way, they overlap quite a bit. They're not isomorphic, which means identical, but they are very similar. But each model provides us with something I think that's really important, not just for the purposes of getting a grade in this class, however greatly important that is. I actually think this is important as a way of understanding your life. You tell me, off the top of your head, most important question, most fundamental question that you ask yourself.
Why?
Why what?
Why do I do what I do?
Why do you do what you do?
Yeah.
All right, anybody else? Most fundamental question. Let me rephrase that. Most fundamental concern that you have. Most fundamental concern at the basis. What are you most concerned about? Speak, everybody. Not all at once, because that would make me crazy.
Am
Help
I
out.
doing the
Yes?
right thing?
What?
Am I doing the right thing?
Am I doing the right thing? What do you think?
I don't got one yet.
You don't have a most fundamental question? No ideas that pop into your head at 3 o'clock in the morning and concerns that you have when you wake up?
Am I ready for today?
Are you ready for today? Yeah, yes? Why what? Come back. How can you be better? How can you do your best? The most fundamental question that you ask yourself about life, about you, about everything. I'll come back.
Is this the right thing?
Is this the right thing? Oh, come on. You gotta play. I'm coming back at you. Come, all right?
Am I making the right choices?
All right. You don't have one. You don't have any questions that just kind of burn you up on the inside.
What?
Do you?
Yeah, I think my
What?
alarm clock,
Is your alarm clock on? What do you got? I don't believe that you don't have one. Come on.
I don't know, but I wake up in the morning, I don't think.
Okay, fine, not in the morning, before you go to bed at night, or just in the course of your day. When you're not doing anything else and you're just sitting around and then you get your time, your brain has time to just think, not worrying about, I gotta get this done before class starts because it's due today. Not that sort of thing, but the broader, general life questions. Life questions, you gotta have life questions, don't you? What is it? Oh, you're on the right path. That's a really good one. Yeah? Yes?
Why can't I catch a break?
Why can't you take a break?
Why can't I catch a break?
Oh, catch a break. All right. Yeah?
I genuinely don't think I have time to ask myself those questions.
You need to make time. Guys, you need to make time to ask those questions. You need to stop. Yes?
The only question I've asked I didn't get an answer to was, am I meant for married life or first?
All right, so that's the most fundamental question, yeah? Listen, at the end of the day, I think that everything that you said and everything that you didn't say, because you claim not to have any, but you really do, I think every question boils down to a really simple question. What is the meaning of life? Or, spoken another way, what will it take for me to be happy? How can I be happy? Is that not something that you think about? Oh, I really want to know. Do you think about that? I want to be happy. Bobby, isn't that at the bottom line of what you're talking about? Which choice is gonna make you happy? Boy, if you're not thinking about that, I feel desperately badly for you. If you're a religious person, dang it, pray more. If you're not a religious person, sit and ponder more. Just give your mind, and for that matter, your body, time to just open up and ponder, explore what's going on inside of your head. This model won't serve you if you're not even asking the question that it is trying to answer. And the question that this is trying to answer is really just that. What does it mean to be happy? How can I be happy? And here's where we are. God communicates God's self to us through this. What is this? Divine law. And this is? And this God communicates us by means of? Huh?
From
The Bible. God communicates to us by means of? Our own reason, our own minds. And the difference between the eternal law and the natural law is?
Natural law is a portion of eternal law.
Yes, it's a subset of the eternal law. What is an eternal law? Is
The knowledge
all that
can be known.
can be known, and this is
The known.
the known. Got it, everybody? We all good with this? If you're not good with this, and I see your pens writing to clarify it. So we're going to look at this one here. This is what we're talking about, natural law. Bonum Naturalis and proseguendum and malevitatem. Good is to be done and to be pursued, and evil is to be avoided. This is what Thomas thinks is the single primary principle of natural law. Do and pursue the good and avoid evil. Is that a definition for happiness? Would that make you happy? Many of you articulated when I went around the room just now, am I making the right choice? Am I doing the right thing? That is your immediate question, which is exactly in line with what Thomas is saying here. Whether you knew it or not, you're echoing Thomas. Which, by the way, lends credibility to the fact that this guy knew what he was talking about. 800 years ago, he was asking himself the same questions that you're asking yourself. Except for the alarm clock thing. They didn't worry about alarm clocks. So, the problem is, we don't know, when we say good is to be done, we don't know what we mean by good. So Thomas gives us 3 definitions of the good. And I would do not write down letters, write down words, got it? Now, bonum naturalis, that's this. BN means bonum. There's that word bonum, B-O-N-U-M, and then naturalis. Second category, and by the way, when you put them in your notebook, you need to map them out exactly as we're doing it, yes?
What's CGT?
What?
Right above that, bonus to BCN.
We're not there yet, so chill out for a minute and we'll get there. Do you have the bonum naturalis written down? What is this?
I don't know.
Bonum
Co-naturalis.
naturalis, write it all out, not just the letters. And you have to stack them in just the order that I've done here, because that's the only way the model's gonna make sense in the long run. The top one, bonum supernaturalis. Is it written out?
I had it written out. but
You did. You did or didn't? You did?
The other day.
Okay. All right. Now, we're gonna look at this bottom one here. So. You good?
Yeah.
We're not gonna probably get here today, so you're gonna have to just chill on that. What I wanna work on right now is this bottom one, the bonum naturalis. What does it mean? What does the good that is nature? That's what bonum naturalis really means. The good that is nature. What does it look like? And I'm gonna ask you more specific questions. I want you to define for me a good bear. I want to know what a good bear, how do you identify a good bear? All right, so I'll tell you a story. I'm staying with two friends of mine and I are staying in the Sand Dunes National conservancy property down in the middle of the southern part of Colorado. It's an absolutely amazing place. And one guy's working there, so he has a cabin, so we're hanging out at his cabin. I get up in the morning, I grab a cup of coffee, and I go out onto the porch, and a herd of elk is moving through the meadows, jumping over a fence line and into the forest. See the image? You got the image in your head? Kind of cool, isn't it? I mean, what's better? Cup of coffee, sunrise, a herd of elk walks right by your face. The last elk in the herd was a young animal that had its back right leg was attached to its body only by skin and maybe some ligaments. It was flapping around like a scarf around one's neck on a windy day. It was obviously just barely attached to its body. I don't know if it was a birth defect or if it had gotten hit by a car or what had happened, but it was obviously not doing very well. These elk had to jump over a fence, which for an elk is absolutely not even something they think about. It's just this graceful, fluid motion, and the herd just sweeps over it like a wave. I'm watching to see what's going to happen to those last animals. It makes it over the fence, and it gets into the woods. What is the destiny of that young, injured or deformed animal? What's its destiny? Yeah?
Will probably be food.
Be food. It's going to be food. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an example of a failed elk?
Nope.
Help me out. Why not, Joe?
Because it got a purpose.
It has a purpose. What is its purpose?
But to be ate.
To be, to be food, yes?
Yeah.
To be eaten, yeah?
And unfortunately, that's what you gotta do.
Pardon me?
I said, and unfortunately, that's how it has to be. Everybody doesn't have to have, I mean, everybody doesn't have the heroic story and all that, you know. Some people's purpose and destiny is, you know,
Yeah.
what it is.
In nature, this is the fundamental principle of the Bonum Naturalis. In nature, everything that happens is supposed to happen. There is no should, there is no good or bad in the moral sense of the word. The Bonum Naturalis, nature's good, is not a moral good. It is defined as order, integrity, and clarity. These are Thomas's words. I'll define them for you here in a second, but I want to return to this young elk. You wouldn't want to be that elk, obviously. But when predators prey, they prey on the weakest and the most vulnerable, yeah? And they need to do that in order to support that themselves. Each species is trying to survive. In nature, when each species is trying to survive, they're competing against every other species. Even if it wasn't a predator-prey situation, there are many different grazers. Ruminants is a more technically correct word for a deer. There are many ruminants. Ruminants means they chew their cud. There are many ruminants competing for the vegetation, the edible vegetation. Not every animal is going to get enough to keep itself alive. How does this work, evolutionarily speaking? Does anybody know? How does evolution work? Yeah?
Well, in evolution, nature is attempting to kill off everything, and the ones that survive are more fit for survival, and that just kind of
So there's that famous phrase,
natural selection.
natural selection is the right phrase. That other phrase,
Survival of the fittest.
survival of the fittest, that's actually not Darwin. Some guy, somebody Spencer made that phrase up. Darwin wouldn't have referred to the survival of the fittest. What he would have said is the survival of the most adaptable. If you have an adaptation, you're going to survive. If you lack that adaptation, you're not going to survive. It is to the benefit of the deer population that mutant genes that cause birth defects get weeded out. You wouldn't want the animal with the muted genes to reproduce because it weakens the population. Get it? So it's actually good for deer as a species that predators weed out the weak and the vulnerable, and the disabled, got it? What are you thinking right now? Yeah,
I mean, you gave an example of deer, but predators aren't the, like, hunters are
uh-huh,
considered a predator, but I don't think that means they're killing the weak ones.
pardon me?
I don't think that means they're killing the weak ones.
Who in particular?
Hunters?
Yeah, human hunters.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where I thought your brain was gonna go, is what about humans? You could have gone in one another of two directions. Human predators, a human hunter, we don't go after the weak and the maimed, we go after the dude with the biggest rack, right? So, our hunting is contrary to the laws of nature. We'll come back to that. Another thing that could have been on your mind is, does that law of the survival of the most adaptable apply to the human species? Do we just tell people with disabilities, well, it's really too bad for you, but the fact is, we'll be better off of this as a species without you? All right, get it? So, we are part of nature, are we not? But yet, we operate quite differently within nature. But we're gonna leave that on the table for the moment and just talk about what goes on in non-rational nature. Nature has order. Order means that it is predictable. We can land an SUV on Mars because nature is predictable. We can trust the weather station, obviously not 10 days out, but the closer we get to that day, it's going to make ever increasingly accurate predictions about the weather. How can it do that if the weather isn't operating according to a set of laws? See it? So there's no such thing as a bad bear. Bears do what bears do in the woods. And whatever it is that bears do in the woods is good because it's performing its function. It's not rationally thinking about it, it's just operating. And when each species, when each element within the ecosystem is operating, the whole system together is ordered. Let me keep babbling. If you look at one species or one animal, you think this is terrible. When you look at the entire thing and you realize that it's been enduring for tens of thousands of years, you get the picture that while it looks chaotic and random and messy and ugly and violent and horrible, it somehow works. That's what order means. Not the order for any specific animal, not even the order for any specific species, but the order of everything together. Comments? You have experiences of nature. What are they? How do you experience nature? Is it wild and random and chaotic? Yes? That's your experience of nature? You're nodding your head. Is that a yes?
There's been a handful of interactions that have been that way, yes.
Chaotic and random?
Oh, yeah.
Give us an example, can you?
My family likes to hunt sometimes,
Uh-huh.
so typically anytime you go hunt something,
Yeah.
you either have to chase after it or like track it down, and there's really no rhyme or reason to where it's going. It's just trying to get away from you.
Uh-huh. And sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. And in the long run, there's a balance that's maintained. I don't know anything about this, but I'd be curious. When the just lost the name of it. The agency, the government agency in charge of hunting. DNR. When the DNR issues its licenses for hunters, do they issue only as many licenses as they think deer need to be culled? You know that they do consider deer culling, right? You, culling, is that the word you don't know? To cull a herd means to, look at, too many deer. And the deer population is getting out of control, and that means it's using up its habitat, and that means it's moving into urban areas and causing all sorts of problems that we poor, vulnerable humans don't like. So we decide that the population of the deer has to be reduced. So we issue more hunting licenses to affect that. But I'm sure that they build into the algorithm that only about 1 out of 3 hunters is gonna actually bag a deer. Get it? So they're gonna sell more licenses than they actually need deer to be taken out. But it is worked on a system. This is humans trying to imitate, simulate the natural order of things. Because the natural predators have been taken off the screen, we have to intervene, trying to guess how it's going to work. Order means that it's predictable, that we can in fact imagine if we issue this many licenses, this many deer will be depleted from the population, and it will have X impact. Do you know what the life expectancy of a deer is in nature? No, let me rephrase that. Without human predation, the life expectancy of a deer in nature, I think, is something like 20 years. But do you know the average age of a deer in Iowa? 3. It's a problem. We are not simulating nature very well. Especially if we are hunting the biggest and the strongest, the most robust, the most adaptable of the species, we are actually working contrary to the laws of nature, even as we try to simulate them. It's a problem. Integrity.
Would that also be like car accidents?
Pardon me?
Hitting deer on the road?
Yeah, so I'm sure that, I don't know, but I'm sure that those statistics are also taken into account. As a matter of fact, they're probably monitoring those to get those numbers down. By the way, did you notice, I don't want to get too gross here, have you noticed all the raccoons, all the dead raccoons? No, you don't really see, I guess you don't see this.
There
Huh?
was a huge one the other day, so I saw that.
Every year at this time, you see dead raccoons along the side of the road. This is the time of year for dead raccoons. It's dead raccoon harvest season. Why?
Because they're trying to get ready for hibernation?
Yeah, yes. They're probably trying to reproduce, which makes them stupid. People get really stupid when they're trying to reproduce. Can I go on? Integrity. What's an integer? Give me math, people. Give me an integer. What's an integer?
5.
Pardon me?
5.
Oh, okay. But what is the word? What is an integer in math terms?
Oh, it's just a real number.
What kind of number?
A real number.
Yeah, I know, but what do you mean by real?
Like, not imaginary. Like, because you have real numbers and you have
Aren't
imaginary
all numbers imaginary?
No. Well,
Yeah, they are, aren't they? We
you
make
want to
them
get
up.
philosophical about it.
Yes. An integer, if I understand it, which I probably don't, is a whole number. Is that right?
That works.
That
That's
works.
Not a fraction.
I don't think, I think integers are also fractions.
I don't think so. Well done. Call out the teacher right in front of everybody. What do we got? Integer, definition.
Okay, there we go. A number that is not a fraction, a whole number. So
Well.
5 is an integer,
And a fraction is not.
and a fraction is not.
I feel slightly vindicated. It's weird that we place our self-esteem in the hands of an algorithm.
It's also
All right.
AI, it could be lying.
All right, fine. Integer. An integer is a whole number. All right, how do we get from integer to integrity? Do you have integrity? Oh, you do. What does that mean when you say that you have integrity?
I don't have, I don't know like the exact definition for.
Pardon me? Go ahead, use it in a sentence.
Like 5 would go.
No, not integers, integrity.
Yeah,
Go ahead then. Did I cut you off too soon?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like if I were to,
Oh.
complete something,
You bet you said
like,
five.
I
to
thought you
get
said-
there.
If you were to complete something,
So like, yeah, you have to have the integrity to get what you want.
okay. What is that? Yes, go ahead.
To me, integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching.
You do the right thing when nobody's watching. That's a really nice definition of integrity. It means wholeness. In the same way that an integer is a whole number, you are morally whole. In other words, what you say you are like, you are really like that. Get it? There's no gap between who you say you are and who you really are. You gonna write that down? Definition of integrity. No, because I'm getting off on the wrong target. What does ecological integrity look like? Nothing is missing. Ecological integrity means that everything that is necessary is present. Everything that's necessary for the sustainability of the ecosystem is present. Okay, what's an ecosystem? Define ecosystem for me.
It's got,
Pardon me?
it's got animals in it.
It's what?
It's got like animals in it.
All right, an ecosystem has animals in it. So it's a cage.
No. Yes,
No,
yes.
no. What's an ecosystem? It's not a cage, it's not a zoo. Yes,
It is an area with life that is self-sustaining.
self-sustaining system that includes biotic and abiotic elements. Got it? Write that down, please. An ecosystem is a self-sustaining system that includes biotic and abiotic. Abiotic means weather, topography, vegetation is organic, so it's living, minerals, water, or relative humidity, as we say in that world. So, integrity means everything that's necessary to sustain an ecosystem is present in the ecosystem. Is that clear? All right, clarity. This is the hard one. Clarity, you tell me, what does clarity mean in the most obvious sense? It's actually part of our rubric for getting a good grade in this class. Yes?
Understanding?
Not quite, but very close. Well, you can't say that. I have clarity, means I understand. You are being unclear. You lack clarity. See? When a cartoon character has a really clever idea, how do you know that? A light bulb goes on in his head. Get it? Why a light bulb? What?
Because it makes, because.
What's that?
It lights up, like it turns on, you know.
What, well, that could mean something else, couldn't it? Listen, for it, the light bulb goes on over the cartoon character's head because the cartoon character is, wait for it, being enlightened. It is achieving enlightenment. Yeah. Huh?
That's cool, no, it's fine.
I can't hear you.
I said nothing's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say, for clarity, means to make sense of.
Pardon me?
For clarity, is to make sense of.
Yes, I see the light.
Yeah.
See, it's all the same image. My eyes were opened. You become unconscious of something, aware. So clarity means, it means that it is, all right, this is gonna be difficult. It is interpretable. Now, I told you it was gonna be difficult. When I go out in the prairies, which I love to do, the first thing I want to do is identify as many species of plants that I can. And one of the things I noticed pretty quickly is that if I want to find a certain plant, I have to either go to the side of the hill for one plant, to the bottom of the hill for another plant, or to the top of the hill for yet another kind of plant. Now I also know that if I'm in western Iowa, the plant that I'm looking for is going to be a foot shorter than it would be if it was in eastern Iowa. In other words, I have taught myself how to read the ecosystem. Clarity means that it is intelligible, which means it can be read. I will know if the ecosystem is healthy when I see certain plants. If you see rattlesnake master, my goodness, that is a healthy prairie. If all you see is black-eyed Susan, it's a very threatened ecosystem. I can read the ecosystem just by looking about what's on it. By the way, just because it makes no difference at all, what kind of plants, what's the difference between plants at the bottom of the hill and the side of the hill and the top of the hill? For that matter, if it makes a difference whether the side of the hill is facing west or facing east. Different plants like different microclimates. What kind of climate is at the bottom of a hill? Guess. I'm going to separate you two, I swear to God. I'm going to move you across the roof from each other. I'm joking, but you are kind of loud. Outside here. Help me out. Plants at the bottom of the hill.
They're further from the sun.
Pardon me?
They're further from the sun.
Further from the sun?
Yeah.
Or closest to the
Ground.
water?
Yeah.
So, plants that like their feet wet are going to be down in the bottoms. Plants at the top of the hill? Huh? The opposite, drier. And plants in the middle?
They're both
In between,
In between.
3 for 3.
Oh, by the way, what side of the hill is hotter? East side or west side? How do you know? That's right. Because the sun's been up all day heating the air, and now the hot sun is beating down on that west side. How'd you know that? It's a good thing to know. You have clarity in reference to that side of that hill. Can I go on? Good, thank you. I'm going to go on. So if this is the definition of a healthy ecosystem, the good of nature is a healthy ecosystem. Got it? And a healthy ecosystem has these 3 elements. Now, we need to write down these. This is the last thing we do today. 4 intellectual virtues. An intellectual virtue as opposed to these up here, which are the 4 cardinal virtues. I'll let you write. Catch up with me here. An intellectual virtue, okay. Can people be morally good and pretty dang dumb?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can people be really, really smart and be wicked?
Yeah.
So, the smart half of the equation is the intellectual virtues. The morally good half of the equation are the cardinal virtues, got it? So, science is the first one. Science is morally neutral. The cool thing about scientists is when you talk about them, they know that the planet is warming, they know that it's caused by humans, and they know that it's leading to an absolute cascade of crises that are overwhelming. But they don't get freaked out about it. They're like a doctor who's looking at a patient in the emergency room. I see that this patient, if they don't get care right away, they're going to die. But instead of screaming out, freaking out and screaming about it, I just do my job. Science looks for facts. Scientific knowledge It's just seeking out the data. This is good. I like this. Okay, are you ready for the second one? The word on the board is art and craft. Art and craft. Now, I confess this is embarrassing to admit this, but lately I find myself going onto YouTube and watching people make weird things with not very many materials, and I never know what the heck they're doing until, so I just zoom ahead. I just wonder, what is it that you've been making this entire time? But what's really amazing about these mesmerizing videos is that the person who's making it knows what needs to be done in order for the future thing to fit together, get it? They're making all these things, you have no idea what they're doing, and at the end, it all just comes together, and it just makes you want to applaud. Or in a couple cases, well, that was really stupid, I just wasted 10 minutes of my life. Art and craft is the ability to put things together in a way that works. In fact, in a way that is attractive. Ready for the third one?
No.
Yeah.
Is the no now a yeah?
Yes.
The third one, intuition. Just pause, you can write the word, but then pause with the word. Tell me what intuition means in the sort of common parlance. What do we mean when we say intuition?
Instinct or gut feeling.
Instinct or what?
Like gut feeling.
Gut feeling, yeah. Instinct and intuition are a little bit different because animals have instinct and we have intuition. But I like that phrase, gut feeling. When I was hiking around the prairies in the Lust Hills, which by the way, you should go visit someday, they're very, very cool, with a former student, my best friend, who's a field ecologist, and we're standing under a pine tree, and he's telling me what he needs to do in order to save the prairie. And I said, his last name was Gravy. I said, Gravy, how do you know what to do? And he goes, I feel it here. He just knows it. He intuits what needs to be done. And I told him, you need to go from this to this. You need to give me reasons to support your intuition. Can intuition give you the wrong answer? It can, can't it? But that's what it is. It's sort of a hardwired, instantaneous answer to a problem without having to think about it. How good is your intuition, would you say?
Depends on the subject.
Okay, so what do we exercise intuition in regards to? Do we intuit the answers to a test question?
Yeah, no.
That would be bad, wouldn't it? What sort of things do you intuit?
Safety,
Huh?
safety,
Safety?
like if you're safe somewhere. Like
All right,
that.
so if you're out and about and you're asking yourself in your head, is this a safe environment? And you just sort of automatically can register it really quickly, yes or no?
I feel like everyone has that, right?
Everybody has that? Yeah.
I just have a different example of like, if I see a pond, I'm gonna assume there's fish in there.
That's an assumption, not an intuition. See the difference? An intuition is, look, when you meet somebody new, you have first impressions, don't you? Are the first impressions an intuition? Do you get a sense that you'd like to know this person better, or do you get a sense that I think this person is somebody I need to stay away from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can it be wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, it can.
But do you trust your intuition?
Yep.
How do you, when don't you? Under what circumstances would you not trust your intuition?
When you make a decision, or you just continue to think about if it's the right decision or not.
So you kind of feel that maybe you made the wrong decision because you're not comfortable with it. And that being comfortable with the decision you made is an intuition,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's a confirmation of your intuition, how's that? When you decide, you will be at peace with the decision you made. That will confirm the intuition that was guiding you. Fourth, philosophical. this doesn't really mean philosophical, that's a word that's used, so I use it, but what it really means is, the natural sciences. I don't see, frankly, that it's any different than the first one. But I put it on the board because that's what the literature says. To be really honest, the literature says that there are 5, but I don't think there are. I think there's only 4. Oh my goodness, you let me stay 3 minutes after overtime. Have a good weekend, but not too good.
What's the I for?
Intellectual.
Intellectual.
If you didn't have your paper, you have your Z, yes?